Rise and shine, my beautiful divine diamonds. It's Claire here today. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to manifest a specific person after a fight or after no contact for several months, several years. So whether this is a romantic partner or a friend or a relative, this works the same way. So here's my story and my manifestation with step-by-step techniques for you. So basically, the specific person in my life, I had had a big fight and a falling out with them about 2 or 3 years ago. I can't even remember when. Basically, it didn't end well and we cut ties. So fast forward to 3 years, I am on a trip with my boyfriend and we are driving through Texas. And the specific person that I had had a falling out with actually used to live in Texas. So this is actually a relative. I'm just gonna say specific person so that you guys can use whoever you would like. So I was constantly saying, oh, the specific person used to live in Texas. Oh, that's crazy. It's so humid here. The specific person used to tell me how humid it is. And I was constantly thinking about them and talking about them here and there on the trip. Not all the time, but there were several good occasions where I would bring them up and we would kind of just have some elevated emotion about them. I didn't even think negative thoughts. I didn't think about the conflict or the fight or the falling out that we had. I was literally just focused on the fact that we were in Texas and I was recalling and speaking out loud the things that they had told me about Texas. And I was excited about it because I was excited about being in Texas. I'd never been there. It was fun, exciting, new, and all of that excited emotion was being transferred into the conversation about the specific person. So it was not me negatively talking about the specific person like, oh, they used to live in Texas and they were so mean, blah, blah, blah. No, none of that. It was just lighthearted. Wow, they used to live here. They told me all about the humidity. They were living in Houston. We should go to Houston. That would be fun. I'd like to see Houston. It would be fun to see where my relative, specific person, used to live. And we were in Texas for a good week or so, so there were a handful, plenty of times for me to think about that specific person and mention them and be excited about where we were and the relationship Texas had to that specific person. So then after the trip ended, I basically came home. I was just dealing with my regular routine again. Texas was fun, but that was about it. And then suddenly a couple days later, specific person emailed me. Now, they sent me a long email, completely friendly, completely kind, talking about how they had moved out of Texas. They were telling me all about their life, how life's going, etc., asking to know what's going on with me. And it was just very, very interesting because I had literally been mentioning them and thinking positively and talking positively about them for the past week. You know, here and there, a good amount of time, good amount of elevated emotion about them. Was I expecting an email? No, not at all. Was I trying to manifest them? Not at all. I was literally had no agenda. There was just fun, excitement, excited energy with absolutely no expectations. And you can do this too with a specific person. So let's go ahead and recap. Number 1, you're going to want to think and speak in elevated emotion about the specific person that you would like to manifest, whether that is a romantic relationship or a friendship. You are also going to completely let go of the fight, the resentment, the conflict, the fact that maybe you guys broke up or you had a falling out. You are not going to have that energy within you at all. So if you are still having that energy within you, you need to cleanse that out. I have some shadow work videos down below to help you clear that energy and release it. Next, you want to manifest this person over an extended amount of time. So a lot of times it's more than just one time. You have to be deliberate with your focus and your intention. In my case, I did this without really thinking about it and without intending, but I was in Texas for over a week, and throughout that time I was thinking about and speaking about this specific person with elevated, excited emotion multiple times throughout that week. So you will probably have to be doing this, thinking about them, feeling elevated emotion, feeling gratitude or positive emotions, and speaking about them in a positive way over the course of some time. So don't expect that this is going to happen day one necessarily, although it may. And then lastly, you're going to want to have zero expectation, and you're not going to want to be looking at your phone or looking at your email constantly saying, oh, they didn't actually text me, this doesn't work, or oh, I was expecting that my manifestation would be coming through by now, it's been a week and it hasn't. You have to really have a low attachment to this specific person, because otherwise you are just putting up a wall of negative energy and resistant energy that's going to block them from actually coming through to you. So I know that can be difficult when you are really attempting to manifest someone, but the more lighthearted you go about this and the more fun and just do it for fun, the easier it's going to be. So if you don't have a specific attachment to when or how this is going to come through, and if you can live your life and focus on other things and simply feel that elevated emotion for them whenever you think about them consistently over a longer period of time, they will come through for you. It may not be on the same day, it may not be within 1 week, it may vary, but you just have to keep being consistent. You have to keep believing that yes, you are manifesting them, and yes, they will come through, and without being discouraged if it doesn't happen every time you look at your phone. Usually it happens when you are not even thinking about them. You may be picking up your phone one day, a week or two later, and you'll see a message from them when you are on your way to work or heading out to go hang out with some friends, and you weren't even thinking about them at all. So it's best to really not be hanging on to this manifestation. And of course, if there's something that you guys share that was positive, that was something that bonded you closer, such as in my case, Texas was a fun thing that I could think about and think about my specific person in a positive way, that's going to really help you. Because if you have had a falling out or a conflict or you're not together, it's easy to ruminate or think about those negative things, and that's actually keeping them away from you. So think about a positive thing or a positive memory or a positive location or maybe an activity that you guys did, and maybe go do that activity and think positively about them. Whatever it takes for you to have positive, elevated, grateful emotion, excited emotion, loving emotion toward that person, and enough distraction and enough other things going on that you're not going to be constantly focusing on manifesting them or where they are or when they're contacting you, and you're just gonna let that go. So be peaceful about this, be lighthearted, be fun about this, and it will come through for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will be sharing more manifestation results and techniques for you. Go ahead, like this video and subscribe. And as always, you are so powerful. Bye guys!